Hi everyone, welcome to Shauna's Designs. Today I'm going to be creating for Limor Webber Designs using her brand new Lotus stamp. I'm going to be creating a tag and you will be able to see these stamps on the website that I'll be linking down below in the descriptions. These are brand new stamps that she's releasing at 2015 CHA and I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and get started. For my tag, I'm going to be starting with some gesso. And the brand that I'll be using is Faber-Castell Gesso. So here it is in the jar. And I absolutely love this gesso. The reason why I love it is because it comes in a jar and it's got this amazing stopper lid. It's just like a little piece of styrofoam that sticks back to the top so your product doesn't dry out. Some of my stuff will dry out if it doesn't have that seal completely like airtight container. So I'm just going to take my paintbrush, I'm going to dip this in and paint this, and after I paint this, I'm going to go ahead and give it a heat set, and I will be right back as soon as I finish. Okay, so now that my tag is good and dry, you can see here it's kind of got like a white chalky base. You can see my brush strokes, which is fine. And also I was playing with my Lindy Stamp King Magical, so you can see a little bit of blue streak on there from something I didn't get off my craft sheet. So, but that's okay because I'm going to be covering the tag up. So I have some colors. I'm not 100% sure what I want to play with yet. I've got cotton candy, I have coconut, I have black, I've got the metallic melon double stick, and I think I want to go for, let's start with the blue. I think I really want to do just so much blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it on there. I'm going to push a little firm and just kind of go down. And I've got like a little container of some water right here. So I'm just going to kind of dip my finger in it. I got my finger, you can see, dripping just a little wet. And I'm just going to kind of smear it all around. If you have a baby wipe would actually be really good for this too. But I think I'm going to save my baby wipe for a little bit later. So here you can really see my brush strokes from my brush that I used. If you don't like brush strokes, there's different types of brushes out there. I haven't really experimented too much with that yet, but you can, there's synthetic brushes, you can apply it using just a spatula, and I know there's this cool synthetic brush that I've seen before, and I have yet to find one, so I don't exactly know what they're called, but it's just like, it's like rubber, but it's like a spatula, and it's just straight across, and it's nice, and it just kind of works really smooth for smooth strokes. So I'm loving how blended this is out, and as you can see, I really like the way the texture looks from the brush strokes. It looks like a glazed kind of paint. So I'm going to heat set this really fast, and I will be right back. Okay, so what I'm going to do now that this is good and dry, you can see the strokes are still there the way I'm blended it all in there, so it has a good bit of texture already. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my stamp. I'm going to use some Stays On ink in jet black. I'm going to get this stamped on there so I know where my flower is going to be. I'm just going to make sure it's good and covered. Position it and just give it a good push down. Let's see that. Look at how gorgeous that is. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit of heat set. I'm going to kind of wipe my stamp off first with the baby wipe. Just get it somewhat cleaned and kind of set that off to the side. Make sure I put my ink, cover that back up. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give it just a quick heat set because I don't want it to make a mess or bleed out before I can add more medium to it. Now I want to add just a little bit of dimension in some of the areas. So I'm going to take some 3D gloss gel, and I'm going to take my Rusty Lantern Lime Magical, and I'm going to pull just a little bit out because I'm going to mix it with my 3D gloss gel. And I'm going to use the stencil. It's from Prima. It's the Elemental Orbs from the Elementals collection from Finnabair from Prima. And here is the item number in case you don't know what the orbs looks like and you want to get that. And I just want to, because you can see like it's got the dots in there, the little circles, so I kind of want to play with that. So once again, the Rusty Lime, and I'm using just a paintbrush that has a bit of an angle, kind of like a cuticle pusher. This is the best way. You don't need much. I'm just going to get just like a little bit, as you can see. It's just like really just a little tiny bit. And look at how much is left. Like you get so much with these magicals. So I'm going to grab a palette knife. Actually, let's use a plastic one. I'm going to grab just like a little knife, and I'm going to get some of my 3D gloss gel. And I'm so sorry, that white is just so bright on here. And just kind of mix it in. And you just want to mix it really well. All right, now see, as you can see, I didn't need much. I'll probably not even use all of this because it's such a small space. And I just really want to get just a little bit of detail around some of my edges. So I'm going to take my stencil and I'm going to line up like the bubbles that I want. Because look at this. Isn't this just amazing? This page has so many different shapes, so you can do what you want to do. I kind of like the big bubbles, but I want to go smaller because it's a small space. So here you can see, like it really adds, look at that layer. It adds a really good, and it's going to be shiny when it's done heat setting. But when I heat set it, because of the type of what's in it, it's going to crackle and bubble a little bit, giving it even more texture. So let's do one more side. Kind of want to just go right along the bottom here. Try and use some of that up. Put some down on that corner. And again, you can always clean it up. Never feel like you can't fix it, repair it, or clean it up. Because I make mistakes all the time and I don't like it, but I just play with it until I do. And normally I end up liking my end result. If I don't, then start over. It's completely, totally fun. That's the whole process of art. So now I'm going to heat set that and get that texture going I was telling you about, and I will be right back. All right, now that I've got that heat set, I just want to show you really quick before I finish my tag. You can see it's glossy. It adds some dimension. When I heat set, there are some bubbles that I just pushed down, giving the bubbles themselves texture, the orbs. So now I'm just going to go ahead and finish up my tag, and thank you so much for watching this little quick tutorial, and I hope you enjoy.